Hi everyone and welcome to Global Defense. In this video we are going to see top 10 most powerful countries in the world in 2025. So let's begin. Starting with number 10 we have Italy. Defense budget $30+ billion. Active personnel 165,500. Reserve personnel 18,500. Combat tanks 200. Vehicles 73,480. Total aircraft 729. Fighters and attack aircraft 156. Attack helicopters 37. Total naval assets 196. Aircraft carriers 2. Destroyers 3. Frigates 10. Submarines 8. At number 9 we have Turkey. Defense budget $47 billion. Active personnel 355,200. Reserve personnel 378,700. Combat tanks 2,238. Vehicles 61,173. Total aircraft 1,083. Fighters aircraft 201. Attack helicopters 111. Total naval assets 182. Helicopter carriers 1. Frigates 17. Corvettes 9. Submarines 13. At number 8 we have Japan. Defense budget $57 billion. Active personnel 247,150. Reserve personnel 56,000. Tanks 521. Vehicles 31,964. Total aircraft 1,443. Fighters and attack aircraft 255. Attack helicopters 119. Total naval assets 159. Helicopter carriers 4. Destroyers 42. Frigates 6. Submarines 24. At number 7, France. Defense budget $55 billion. Active personnel 200,000. Reserve personnel 26,000. Combat tanks 215. Vehicles 110,932. Total aircraft 976. Fighters aircraft 226. Attack helicopters 68. Total naval assets 129. Aircraft carriers 1. Helicopter carriers 3. Destroyers 11. Frigates 11. Submarines 9. At number 6 we have the United Kingdom. Defense budget $71+ billion. Active personnel 184,860. Reserve personnel 924,000. Combat tanks 227. Vehicles 38,200. Total aircraft 631. Fighters and attack aircraft 144. Attack helicopters 37. Total naval assets 109. Aircraft carriers 2. Destroyers 6. Frigates 8. Submarines 9. Number 9. South Korea. Defense budget $46+ billion. Active personnel 600,000. Reserve personnel 3.1 million. Combat tanks 2,236. Vehicles 58,880. Total aircraft 1,592. Fighters and attack aircraft 413. Attack helicopters 111. Total naval assets 227. Helicopter carriers 2. Destroyers 13. Frigates 17. Corvettes 5. Submarines 22. Number 4. India. Defense budget $75 billion. Active personnel 1.4 million 55,550. Reserve personnel 1.1 million 55,000. Combat tanks 4,201. Vehicles 148,594. Total aircraft 2,229. Fighters and attack aircraft 643. Attack helicopters 80. Total naval assets 293. Aircraft carriers 2. Destroyers 13. Frigates 14. Corvettes 18. Submarines 18. At number 3, China. Defense budget $266+ billion. Active personnel 2,035,000. Reserve personnel 510,000. Combat tanks 6,800. Vehicles 144,017. Total aircraft 3,309. Fighters and attack aircraft 1,583. Attack helicopters 281. Total naval assets 754,000. Aircraft carriers 3. Helicopter carriers 4. Destroyers 50. Frigates 47. Corvettes 72. Submarines 61. At number 2, we have Russia. Defense budget $126 billion. Active personnel 1,320,000. Reserve personnel 2 million. Combat tanks 5,750. Vehicles 131,527. Total aircraft 4,292. Fighters and attack aircraft 1,522. Attack helicopters 557. Total naval assets 419. Aircraft carriers 1. Destroyers 10. Frigates 12. Corvettes 83. Submarines 63. At number 1, we have United States. Defense budget $895 billion. Active personnel 1,328,000. Reserve personnel 799,500. Combat tanks 4,640. Vehicles 391,963. Total aircraft 13,043. Fighters and attack aircraft 2,679. Attack helicopters 1,002. Total naval assets 440. Aircraft carriers 11. Helicopter carriers 9. Destroyers 81. Corvettes 26. And submarines 70. Thanks for watching.